Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Dork Side of the Ring podcast. It is good to have you. I am your host of the Dork Side of the Ring podcast. I am your purveyor of all things dorky within the scope of professional wrestling and sports entertainment. I am Grumm, and I am happy to have you here again for another fantastic, fabulous... I couldn't think of any more F's that weren't final, because then that means this will be the last one. By far, not the last one. But it is we're talking the Final Deletion today. Final Deletion, which unlocked a lot of other topics to talk about in the future, funny enough. But we've got Midman and Pudge from the CPFs on to talk and watch and enjoy that. It's a fun one. It's always a fun episode. That's not a good selling point, right? They're all fun episodes. What makes this one fun is Midman and Pudge, not the biggest of wrestling fans, but also drop it. We get to find out. We find out Matt Hardy is a Pokemon fan and also has some very good naming for his children. So that's very good. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's in store for you, the listener. It was a lot of fun for us to record. I don't have much. We did our first live stream in my Discord. I also apologize for the delay. I went on vacation for my 30th birthday. I'll hold for the applause. Okay, now that we're there. Yeah, I went on vacation, and just in general, January was a weird month for me. I got COVID. Everybody in my family got COVID. I went on vacation about a week after I recovered from maybe 10 days after my 10 days and everything, and I was good. But it's just, so there's a lot of to do, a lot of running around. And next week's episode is a fun one. It's a Valentine's Day episode. So I was going to have, and I am going to have a special guest on next week's episode, but we'll get to that next week. If you're in the Patreon, you'll know when it goes up, you'll know who it is, and it'll be a good one. I think it's a lot of fun, that episode. I say that it hasn't been recorded yet, but it will be a lot of fun. Because the guest is very appropriate for a Valentine's Day episode. And the topic is too. But we got Midman and Pudge here. We have two of the Meat Mountain Conquerors. We talk a little bit about that to give you context to it. But Meat Mountain was no match for these two. And, Final Deletion from 2016. Is it 2016? Yeah, 2016. TNA, Matt Hardy, Jeff Hardy. Final Deletion. We watch it all. It's an insane thing. 5-6 years after the fact. I don't have much else to say. Support.grum.tv to go to the Patreon, and you can get support me financially if you so choose. If you continue to get these for free, that's great. That's easy. That's good for you. That is convenient for you. And if it sounded off, because I just realized my mic was off a little bit, but we're good now. But if you continue to do so for free, I do ask you to do something simple, and it's not very hard. It's actually quite easy. Spotify now has a ranking system. You go and leave a 5-star on the podcast. Let people know that this is a 5-star podcast. Same thing you can do on Apple, but on Spotify it's easy. You go to the page, Dork Side of the Ring page, and then bam, you hit the spot. You hit the 5 stars. That's great. Appreciate that. You can do it on Apple Podcasts as well. Leave a 5-star review. Leave a review. I will read them. I'm going to look at them for next week's episode. Maybe we'll do some live reads. Maybe. Maybe next week will just be a full, all the way through live episode. Maybe. Maybe to help me save some time, perhaps. I don't know. Anyways, we filled up enough time. Me, Midman, Pudge, talking Final Deletion here on the Dork Side of the Ring podcast right about now. I get a group of friends together. We bullshit and make electric content. And then Jim Jam listens to it, and then he tells Pudge that he's so proud of Pudge, and people listen to it and say,
That's
Midman.
what I'm mostly ready for.
People go, Midman. Go, Midman. I can't believe such a cool person put such shit in their body. Also, we get to...
Allegedly.
I mean, brother, you were talking about how you were eating...
Buddy, we're both on the mountain, so...
That's right. I do have 2 mountain climbers. That's right.
I got photoshops of both of our faces on the fucking mountain.
Yeah.
Hats, so.
Yeah, you guys...
That's pretty tough. Got photo evidence.
Yeah, got photo evidence.
We were the first 2 to do it, weren't we?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, yeah. Thomas, I think, tried it after Midman did.
Thomas didn't.
No. I had to avenge Thomas.
Oh, so wait, maybe Thomas was the first to try it.
Thomas died on stream eating the mountain.
That's right.
I couldn't believe it.
And then you ate it in the restaurant. I ate it on stream in the dining room.
That was the craziest part of Midman doing it, is that Midman's live streaming it to the Discord. From the restaurant. He's like sitting at the restaurant and he's going,
wasting no time.
Can I get a Meat Mountain? And then giving us a play-by-play of the... Because this is early on in the Meat Mountain's tenure. Like, it maybe like week 3 of being a thing. And like...
Yep.
And Midman's like, let me get the Meat Mountains. And the woman's like, yeah, was it?
She's like, excuse me?
I
was like, what?
That's the funniest part is their reaction. Because I went through the drive-thru and I was like, can I get the Meat Mountain? And like, you can't hear anything through the drive-thru. And then I pulled up to the window and she goes... Did you actually order the Meat Mountain?
But just like, you gotta understand, I'm part of an online community. It's a point of pride. I need to have this Meat Mountain in my mouth.
Meat Mountain.
Yeah,
that's all I ordered.
I remember after like I ordered, like the manager's taking my order. Like he like looks up, he's like, "Really?" I'm like, yeah." He's like, "All right." And then, like, the second, like, I, like, walk away, like, I guess he didn't think I could hear him anymore. He shouts it back. He's like, "Yo, we got Meat Mountain right now." The guy's like, "Really?" And he's like, "Yes, right now." It's a code red.
How often, do you think they get that, like, once a week, maybe?
No. Dude,
no,
maybe
man.
once every 2 weeks is they get somebody, like, 100%, that's a drunk order split between 3 people.
I think what makes it better too. I was just getting an oil change in my car, and I was like, I just see Arby's right there. I'm like, you know what? Why not?
Yeah, like that's
like, an hour right before an interview too for a job I got.
Look, it's a good luck mountain.
Yeah, before
luck mountain, dude.
You gotta run it back.
Yeah,
Fuck.
like just why it. Thomas made it a point to know what he was like. He's like, I'm doing this, right? Like, so he went and did it all, like, made it an appointment to do it. Like, maybe it's just casually like, yeah, across the street. Oh, it's you.
Shit talked by I think Midman. I think it was you and Jim Jam like a week after you did it, and I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go get one, and I just went through the drive-thru. But
yeah, I remember watching yours on stream too.
Yeah,
you just wolfed it down.
There's one picture where there's like 3 bites left in my hand and I'm smiling, and that's the one Jim Jam always fucking uses. He's like, this motherfucker was enjoying it.
It's such a good, like that picture is like, so I haven't done the Meat Mountain. I refuse to do it. I'm not going to do it.
You shouldn't.
However,
we died for your sins.
Well, here's the thing. I died first. I was the first to be doing the food challenges. Like, I'm sitting here doing, like...
nuggets.
Yeah, I did 50 nuggets in, like, 7 minutes. And then somebody came close to beating it. I forget who it was. I know Bask tried.
I know Mitch tried it.
Mitch tried it. Somebody else tried it. And they just didn't come close.
Like 30.
Cody. Cody had, like, 12.
Oh, yeah. That's, yeah. Because once it's like it's like, Grumm, do I have to, can I use sauce? I'm like, yeah, go ahead, use sauce. And they're like, they'd use sauce. They're like, I don't know, A, how you ate 50 of them in one sitting, and B, how you ate 50 of them in a 7-minute sitting. And I'm like, just wait, because I know I can do better. like
The sauce catches up to you.
oh, absolutely. The sauce does. It's adding more. It takes time. Like it just like the dipping and making sure you're not like just fucking drowning your chicken and like making a mess of it. That's time that adds up of your body realize like it's really this is some sicko discussion, but the fact that you two have conquered Meat Mountain, you kind of know this.
Oh yeah.
The amount of time where you're not eating adds up because your body realizes, hey.
What the fuck's happening?
hey, whoa, like you needed to look like a hotel.
15 nuggets.
Yeah.
My stomach's like, there's 3 different meats down here. What the fuck's happening?
Whoa, who are all these guys? You know.
What the fuck?
After meat,
like not having sauce on it, it's just so dry.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't use sauce?
No, I didn't use any sauce. I just drank. I drank my lemonade with it. But yeah, I just ordered it regular and didn't put sauce on it.
You're a wild boy. I had a barbecue sauce in my hand, the RB sauce.
Yeah, if I was at there like you were, I would have gotten some RB sauce. But I spaced ordering RB sauce in the drive-thru, and they don't have any at home, and so yeah, I just ate it dry.
Good lord.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, like
I ordered the lemonade with no ice, so I got all of the lemonade. But like, if I didn't have that, I'd have been dead. But yeah.
I remember, I think Chet told me, he was like, yo, just stand up and say I have the meat. I just stood up and yelled that shit.
Yeah, that was, like, I was there for mid-bands, like, the last half of it, and it was just, like, in awe. Like, it's in awe. And then I heard Pudge did it, you know, I'm like, good lord, like, some sickos. And I'm like, so everybody but Thomas who tried it has completed it. And I think that's
literally.
Because he did it, and somebody else did it. I don't even remember.
Spooderman did it.
Yeah, Bass did it with a large curly fry.
Yeah.
But Bass
ate it on a paper plate downstairs. Like, he was just sitting in his fucking living room.
It was just
like,
lunch.
In the basement, just like eating it for lunch.
Yeah, it was just lunch.
I just remember him having his feet kicked up on the ottoman, just eating it off a paper plate. I'm like, what is happening?
Yeah, I remember he pulled over on the side of the road and ate that shit, and he's like, all right, I have to drive like another like 12 miles or 12 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, because he was driving from like Oklahoma to Arkansas or Mississippi. I don't even remember. He was driving over the south, and he just got it for lunch.
I remember Spoderman. He
he
walked a mile or two.
Yeah.
Like he ran there, I think, and then he walked back. Like something wild like that. It's just I couldn't even imagine. Like I had to drive back. I almost considered pulling over. I lived like less than 5 minutes away from where I was getting my oil changed.
Yeah, no, thank God I ate it at home because I just I think I took a nap afterwards.
Yeah, I went home, took a nap. Like exactly, I had to go to sleep for like 20 minutes.
Yeah, it was a lot.
The just the fact I'm looking at the CPF Hall of Fame posts of with the photoshops of Midman as Kobe with the title, but it's the it's the lemonade, and then and Pudge riding you and Bob Stoops, but also and the funnier one is you riding the Boomer Sooner. It's you steering it, but somebody photoshopped the fucking lemonade cup over top of the other person.
And that was Wheezy.
So good.
Oh man.
Pepto-Bismol Midman is just
the Midman Paul Pierce in a wheelchair.
Look, that's 100% the case because Midman was going through it and he had to go back across the street to get his car. Like
I almost died. Like I literally like dragged my body across the finish line. Everyone else just crushed it. I was like, okay, fuck you all.
Yeah, Midman's like, I'm a former lineman and I couldn't do this. Meanwhile, here is just regular people. Exactly. It's about like it's one of those things. Like I was a college athlete who entailed 5,000 calories a day. I couldn't do this. Meanwhile, here are just average Joe humans who are like, yeah, let me do it. I'll just do it. Fuck it.
With a large fry and a milkshake. I think you get a milkshake too.
Yeah, Bass did get a milkshake. That's right. Yeah. Oh my god, I forgot.
Yeah, that's That's why I also forgot. I was like, yo, Bass had a fucking
I mean,
fries
there's a
milkshake.
reason the man is 5X, but yeah.
Look,
Ah,
look,
jeez.
Bask still needs to take on the Nugget challenge. To my knowledge, he has not.
Oh, yeah, I don't think he tried that.
Bask's the only one that I would be concerned about catching my speed. I ate 50 in like just over like 6 minutes. I think it was like 12 or
I
something.
feel like I could beat that.
Hey, you think you can, and then you get to
40 before, but like I don't think I can go past that. That's a lot.
Yeah. I mean, and I'm gonna have to do it again because Joel Embiid scored 50 points the other night. So,
oh god,
50-piece McNugget coming up soon. So we're here on the dork side of the ring with the climbers of Meat Mountain, the OG mountain climbers. We've talked about it here, but we've got ourselves the mid-man.
What's up? What's up?
And we got ourselves Pudge.
How we doing?
Members of the Tyler I Am Discord, the close personal pals, close personal friends. Glad to have you guys. Welcome to the dork side of the ring.
Hey, thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks. Good to be here. Been waiting for it.
It's great to have royalty in terms of ingesting fucking wild concoctions that a national chain has sold.
Yeah.
I mean, somebody had to do it. You know, we stepped up.
You did. You're the CPFs who stepped up.
That's it. we saw Thomas with blood in the streets. And avenge him.
Yeah, couldn't let the Meat Mountain take one of our own. So we're here on the dark side of the ring. Give you guys a chance to introduce yourselves, past being Meat Mountain climbers. We'll start with you, Midman. Tell the people a little bit about yourself.
Yeah. So I am living in Pittsburgh right now. I was not expecting this at all. But yeah, I guess I was a former college athlete, father of two, married. You know, we're out here. That's it. That's all I got for you.
That's all I need. I just need. That's it.
Short of my social security,
we'll
credit card information.
I'll get that from you off when we don't record. This way, only.
I mean, honestly, you're probably good. Like, just give me a good enough conversation.
So, anyways, Midman, what's your ATM number? Like, on the other side of the virtual table, we've got ourselves Pudge. How's it going, bud? Tell people a little bit about yourself.
It's going good. You know, I'm out here on the east side of Washington State, living in the desert. It's currently cold as hell right now. I am known as a college dropout and a baseball coach. So yeah, that's about all I got. So yeah, Midman's farther ahead of me in life.
So both coaches.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah. It's almost like I intentionally picked the two of you to be together. It's almost like I'm like, yeah, they're both coaches, and I did forget about the Meat Mountain thing. It's been out of my head mainly just because the torture Midman put himself through.
It feels like it was so long ago too.
Not gonna lie,
last calendar year, but it feels like 8 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, not gonna lie, kind of compartmentalized it, kind of
as we do.
He wasn't expecting it, and here we are. Now I'm just living PTSD.
Yeah, as humans born before the turn of the millennium, being raised to just compartmentalize and bury that stuff. Yeah, no, good call. Great call. So as we're here, as you guys know, Dork Side of the Ring about wrestling, and before we get too deep into the rest of the stuff, I want to know a little bit about your guys' experience with pro wrestling. We'll start with you, Pudge. We'll go in reverse order of the intros. Pudge, tell what's your experience with the professional wrestling?
I have watched a grand total of 0 pay-per-view wrestling matches. It has been on in the background of bars that I've been in. Have I paid attention to it? No. Do I know some of the big names? Yeah, I do. I watch Dark Side of the Ring. And that's about the knowledge of my. That's it.
Okay, that's good. That's good. You know what? Almost perfect. In terms of dork side guests. Like I love I mean, I love having people on regardless of their fan, but like the less you know, it's almost like the better, because it's a pure experience of like I have a hard. It's one of those things that like wrestling fans talk about things as they experience it, like based on their previous experience. Like, wow, I never saw something like that before. That's hard for me to explain. And then it's like you show it to somebody who doesn't have experience and they're just enjoying it and having a good time, and it's like, yeah, it's supposed to be fun. Wrestling's supposed to not make sense. Like wrestling already doesn't make sense. So who cares if it makes even less sense?
That's what I'm here for. I'm here for it to not make sense.
What what about you, Midman? What's your experiences with the professional wrestling?
So like Pudge, I have 0 pay-per-views watches on my belt. On top of that, like so I grew up in like a conservative household, so wrestling was literally outlawed
Oh boy.
for my
Yeah.
family. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I did do like the Triple H thing, with the hands.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yep. I got contention for that one time. Definitely worth it. But yeah, no, nothing about wrestling, but I love wrestling. Like watching it, like it's cool. But like I just never really got into
the
it.
clips that show up are awesome, but
Yeah, doing the crotch chops against
Yeah,
suspended.
sir.
It's a
when
classic
The Rock
story.
looks straight into the camera and does the thing with his eyes. That's
And who amongst us? Who amongst us?
Like it's
Stone Cold flipping everybody around. I mean,
yeah.
you know what I mean? That's
Well, like, and I wouldn't say, like, wrestling wasn't certainly not outlawed in my house. Like, I enjoyed it way too much for my mom to rationally. But like of the few memories of my father being a parental figure in my life, he was not a big fan of sports in general, but like just like professional wrestling. He was like, this stuff's stupid. Why do you like this? And it's like like to a 6-year-old, like, why do you like this dumb shit? It's like, well, I'm 6. I don't know what the fuck to tell you. I'm going to like dumb things, and I'm going to continue to like dumb things. I like you, don't I? And then he left, and then he saw to it that was no longer the case.
like dumb shit.
Oh jeez.
But yeah, all right. So two very inexperienced with professional wrestling, but knowledgeable in the sense that I say names. I mean, like, if I bring up big names, that's good. Which today's topic does involve some bigger names, recognizable names. I told Pudge before we started recording, while we were waiting for you, Midman. What we're talking about is sibling rivalry, kind of based. And there's a lot of professional wrestling siblings. A lot of families in professional wrestling. A lot of fighting in professional wrestling. But this one that we're going to get to in just a moment here is one of the more interesting ones. Now, I don't know your familial situations, whether you have brothers or sisters, but I can imagine that you have, like everybody, you have friends who are like brothers and sisters. So it's kind of, or you're just lonely bastards and we're the only friends you got, which is, that's more than acceptable. But we'll start have you guys ever gotten into a fight with somebody who is just like means that much to you, and you're like, I don't like that I have to put hands on you right now, but I gotta put hands on you?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Growing up in middle school, I was very much an angry kid. I was short and fat, and so everybody picked on me, and so I just fought about it. And so you end up fighting your friends that way, But I grew out of it, but it's definitely something I do.
Midman, what about you?
Yeah, I used to aside from like playing like college football, like I used to, be a bouncer. So that was that used to be fun. Not fun per se, but like yes,
eventful.
I've had my fair share. Yes.
Yeah. As somebody who's done a couple guest bouncing spots, not fun. Especially like I think maybe we're about the same size. You're probably bouncing in a much more physical, intimidating form. But having people.
Yeah, I was always like, continue.
Yeah, always being like the biggest person but not too big that somebody wants to. At least for me, like my experience, being big but not too big that somebody much smaller than me could rationalize not fighting me. Like I'm 6'3", you know, at my physical peak I'm like 240, and you know, brick shit house. For some reason, there's always a 5'7", 5'5" guy who just wants to try the big guy that he thinks, all right, he's not a full foot taller than me.
Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. And it's like you want to put your hand on their head and like let them swing like they're a little kid.
Yeah. They're
like, yeah.
I would like on the record, I'm not that short. I'm 5'9". Okay, I would like that.
Look, hey, that's why I said 5'7". 5'9" guys have sense. You know, 5'9" guys are like, you know what, I'm short, but
I have 5'6", 5'7" friends that are definitely the hand on the forehead, keep swinging guys.
You know, they're it really is the worst, because it's just like, come on, man, you don't want to do this. Like your body is compelling you, but your mind is telling you that this is a bad idea.
Like as a bouncer, you're in a lose-lose situation there, because like you let this guy swing on you, like you're letting a person swing on you, or like if you like kind of like restrain him or whatever, it's like the guy's like a foot shorter than me, so what? Now I look like an asshole, like it's picking up a small child.
I had a couple times, and it's not even bouncing. The one story, this dude threw up in the general area, and it was on me.
Oh my gosh!
And I'm like, and I'm just being a regular person, right? I'm not bouncing. I'm just out with some friends. Person throws up on me, and I just look at him like, "You all right, dude?" Like, I'm concerned about this well-being. This person threw up in the middle of a bar, not like in the bathroom, out in the middle. Everybody else is wondering what the hell's going on. I'm going like, I'm looking at this dude. He's got a schmutz on his lips. I'm like, hey bud, are you all right? And he's like, you got a problem with me? I'm like, hey, you threw up on me. like I should be the one asking if you got a problem. Like, I'm making sure you're well. And then he just continuously, like, he was completely gone. You know, it was very clear after he belligerently responded to my concern for his well-being with that I'm like, oh yeah. And then he pushed me, and I'm like, you're half a foot shorter than me, and a easy 80 pounds less than me. You need to go home. Like, so I just picked him up, you know, by his neck, and dragged him out. Apparently, one of the bouncers was like, hey, nice form. And I'm like, thanks. Like, he's like, you've done this before, haven't you? I'm like, yep, yeah, I have. He goes, well,
should have tipped you off.
right? Like, I'm just like, get me a beer. Yeah.
That's hysterical.
He's like, nice
I always
form.
feel like my go-to was like the classic grab them by the back of their like pants, like the buckle.
Oh yeah,
about like the belt area.
Oh,
yeah,
and grab like the back of their shirt collar, like a kid.
If they're light enough that you could do that to, or you could do, I should say, if you're strong enough to do that to them, that's so demoralizing. Like I've done it before.
Like a puppy and just.
I've done it before. It's just like you just pick, like they're on the ground because they're fighting somebody, so I just picked them up right by the belt, like right by the back of their pants. So, like, I'm just picking them up like their luggage, and I'm like, all right, we're getting you the fuck out of here. And they're, like, swinging, they're grabbing my leg, and I'm like, this doesn't go well for you, because I fall on top of you still. Like...
Yeah, exactly. Like, you're...
Jazzy Jeff.
That's exactly... Yeah, Pudge, that's exactly what happens every time. I remember... So, there was this bar I used to work at in Pittsburgh, and it was, like, it sounds, like, so funny, but it was, like, one of the more popular bars. And I kid you not, it was, like, a guaranteed situation every weekend. Like... I just, after like 2 or 3 weekends there, I was like, yeah, I can't do this anymore. Because it gets very, very old.
I'm sure it
does. Anyway.
Yeah, I did it for, I want to say I did it for about 4 months in college. And after that, I didn't want to do it ever again.
Yeah,
I mean, the money was fine, but...
I did it for like 4 years.
Everybody wants to do it.
4 months, 4 years, what's the difference? But I think every bouncer has that. Which is like, well, I'm done with this. Like, I'm not doing this ever again.
Yeah, seriously. That was like my last bar. I was like, I'm too old for this. Like, I do not get paid enough.
Yeah, there's a point where like your young person, your youthful pride no longer outweighs the fact that you're not getting paid enough to do the shit that you're dealing with. Like,
Yeah, like making a few extra bucks like when you're 18 or 19 or like 20. So that's great.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, fuck yeah, like, oh, dude. Also, hey, I get to work at a bar. I get occasional drink for free. Like,
One drink.
yeah, like one drink. Yeah, but like when you're 18, 19, 20, like that one drink, that's all you need.
Goes a long way.
Yeah,
Goes a long way.
like that's a $5 purchase that you don't have to worry about.
You get drunk off one drink. Oh man, the days.
Buddy, there were few. I learned very quickly that was not going to be me for long. It was like, oh, first beer, and I'm like, all right, well, kind of drunk.
How about another?
I'll have another, and another, and another, and another. But yeah, just wild. Let's see. What's the other question I got here? Oh, okay. Have you guys ever stumbled across like backyard wrestling?
Yes, actually.
Okay.
So I actually saw this video yesterday. I must have watched this video like 100 times. I posted in the Discord. It's this backyard wrestling. It's this dude. He must be like 300 or 400 pounds. They're two big guys fighting. One guy's like in a chair, like sitting with his like trainer, getting like I guess fixed up or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And the other guy starts charging at him, but like when he takes off, he's like going back first, so like he can't see him at all. The big guy that he's fighting gets up and like runs out of the way at the last second, and the trainer pretty much just eats.
Oh no. Just eats 400 pounds.
Good lord.
I have to find this video right now. Like it is absolutely insane.
Yeah.
What about you, Pudge?
But I'm sorry.
I've never ran into it. I mean, I remember watching like Kimbo Slice stuff growing up, but like that's the extent of backyard like fighting and wrestling stuff I know of. I mean, Kimbo used to beat dudes, but
Yeah, Kimbo Slice for sure.
Kimbo used to just knock dudes cold, but that's about all. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys ever see the videos of the brothers fighting in like Walmart?
Yeah.
Yeah, like they were getting booked on like independent shows as the Walmart Wrestling Brothers.
Really?
Well, yeah, like it's one of those things where like it's very different than it was in terms of like backyard wrestling. Backyard wrestling used to be like frowned upon. Like, you're a backyard wrestler? Gross. And it's like, like, oh, how can I can't believe that's how you started wrestling. Like, there was just like, kind of like a, you taught yourself, you're untrained, that's dangerous, reckless, blah, 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 blah. Meanwhile, like, Mankind started, that's how he started, like, just jumping off of things in his backyard. Seth Rollins is a notorious backyard wrestler. CM Punk, no, not CM Punk, somebody else from Chicago I'm thinking of. Like, just going from, backyard wrestling into traditional professional wrestling just is wild in some cases. But, like, nowadays it's like, they're fans. They enjoy it. Let's bring them in. It's just viral, right? Where it's like, all right, like, let's just bring these people who are going viral for wrestling to
that makes
our
sense,
wrestling
though.
show.
That's a good idea.
It's just like,
well, and like essentially wrestling is just like it's entertainment and it's backyard backyard wrestling is wrestling. Like you jumping off things and jumping onto people, like laying people out. Like you could do any of that. Like they do it in a ring, but you could do any of that in somebody's backyard.
Yeah. It's just fucking around with your friends, except far more involved.
Right.
And in some cases, not with your friends. But the reason I bring up sibling rivalries and fighting and backyard wrestling, what we're going to watch is from not too far off, but a little bit more recent. I want to say 2014. I'm going to do a quick Google here. Maybe 2015. But it was I want to say this was 2014. No, sorry, 2016. I was off a little bit. 2016 is when this is from. Oh, that's right, yeah. So 2016. So it's a little bit more recent, but then in the last 5 or 6 years. It aired July 5th, 2016. But what we're watching is from TNA, Total Nonstop Action. I think this is our first TNA topic. During the months leading up, the tag team known as the Hardy Boys, Matt and Jeff Hardy, name should ring a bell, were having themselves a little back and forth feud. They've had it before. This one's a little different because Matt Hardy, in a sense of reinventing himself, making a new character, had become broken Matt Hardy. Basically, he's kind of gone over. He talks with like this weird over the top accent. He has these promos that are more of a cinematic movie feel than a wrestling feel, and he brings in his wife and his kid. His firstborn is he calls King Maxwell, and his love, and then his gardener is Senor Benjamin. There's a lot of things, and he goes in. He sends a drone to deliver messages to people. Like they'll be in the ring and a drone will come out, and then it'll play a video that then goes over it's a very interesting presentation.
It's hysterical.
Right. Good time. His brother Jeff Hardy goes, "Hey bro, what the fuck? You're losing it. Like, I'm concerned for your well-being." And they go back and forth and they have their little feud, and it culminates on this July 5th episode in a match dubbed Final Deletion. And what we're going to watch
what a name.
Is the name, yeah, right? Is that match from July 5th called Final Deletion. We're gonna be watching this here on the Dork Side of the Ring podcast. We'll be right back. That's right, baby. It's the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes here with a good old-fashioned plug advertisement little break here. It's Dusty Rhodes here to tell you about a couple things we got cooking over here. The factory that is the content of Grumm. That's right. Grumm.tv takes you to the community Discord. That's where he streams live at least once a week. Last week, the 2nd of February, he did his first one. Yeah, round of applause for old Grumm. He did his first live stream in the Discord. That's right, baby. Whole long story, but he's now streaming on Discord, not on Twitch, baby. That's right. You want to see him live and in color? You can see him live and in color, Grumm.tv. That's right. If you want to continue to support him, do so for free. You continue to check out his social media. You go to the I Am Grumm on Twitter and Instagram, and Dork Side Ring on Twitter and Instagram for this here podcast. That's right, baby. Dork Side Ring is the official podcast, Instagram and Twitter telecommunications of the world, baby, of the world's greatest leading podcast with all things that are dorky within pro wrestling. That's right, Dusty Rhodes. I'm Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream. Also, I am a patron of Grumm. That's right, me, Dusty Rhodes, is an American Dreams patron. That's right. You go to support.grumm.tv. You can go become a patron as well. $1, $5, $10, $25, whatever the dollar make you holler. That's right, for $5 you get these episodes early, a week early sometimes, provided that he does not have COVID and is not working with the after effects of COVID. That's right. Our fearless leader here is dealing with the after effects of COVID within himself and his family. That's why a lot of these things are a little funky like a monkey, you know what I'm saying, baby? Anyways, hit that bionic elbow on the follows on Twitter and Instagram. Hit that bionic elbow on those 5-star reviews on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, baby. You do them and you make him a happy Grumm. That's right. Also check out his YouTube. You search T Grumm on YouTube, you get there. He's got fun little Grumm locks. I don't know what those are. You got little Pit Boy me. I don't know what that is either. But here, what I do know is I am Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream, asking you to continue to support and asking you to buckle up, because we're going right back into it with the Final Deletion. That's right, baby. Woo-wee! We're back on the Dork Side of the Ring. Just got done watching a man almost be set on fire. like dangerously set on fire. Just watched Final Deletion. First impressions, Midman, we'll start with you.
I mean, that was fantastic. The storyline, I was very invested. The acting was, I mean, I was convinced at that point. Like, he shows up to his kid's birthday party without a gift and ends up killing his brother. I mean, or pinning his brother, excuse me. Like, that's the best excuse of all time. I mean, just 10 out of 10 all the way around.
Yeah, that's the best gift you can give your child, right?
I'm literally taking notes.
Easiest path to the throne.
I'm going to kill your uncle. Imagine if like Lion King went that way. Like, you know what, Simba? I'm going to kill your uncle.
Mufasa just kills Scar.
Wholly different entirely. Like if Scar had a child, that's what it would be like.
Kid sitting there like, bro, I just wanted like a gazelle or something. Like, you don't have to do all this.
Yeah, just get me. You know what? Get me a nice thick antelope, and we're good. You know, like, we don't need.
There's no way Hardy's son wanted all of this to happen.
No, he's 1 year old.
He's 1 year old.
Meanwhile,
meanwhile, his dad has gone insane.
Absolutely become unhinged.
His wife and his gardener just egging him on the whole time. Like, no, yeah, this is the correct thing to do.
One of my favorite moments from that is Rebby Sky, his wife, going up to them. Senor Ben, Mr. Benjamin, what are you doing? What the hell are you doing? I'm preparing the battlefield for a massacre. What?
Oh.
I mean, she came in clutch with the candle too at the last second, like in her heels and everything. Like, let me just take my time. Here you go.
Right.
Save the day.
The funniest part is when he is running away to behind the boat when he's getting the fireworks shot at him. The way he runs is the most unathletic run I've ever seen, and he only ran like 10 yards, but it just looked like every step hurt.
Wrestlers have the oddest runs.
I mean, he is getting chased with like fireworks, but still.
But like because they are so banged up all the time, wrestlers just like naturally gain a run when they're not in the ring. They also because of the way they have to count their steps when they run, because like they'll be like, the way you're taught is like 1, 2, turn your back on on step 3, so you go off the ring, or 1, 2, 3, whatever your timing is. So they're like, you're naturally, and you do that every day for 20 minutes a day at minimum, and you're doing all this, and like, but it's very like John Cena. If you ever can see John Cena having an entrance at WrestleMania, watch it, because he sprints down, but because he's going down a steady decline, and B, just he's so muscular. C, he's also a wrestler. His running is so like thick. It's a thick run. I can't explain it other than he's just running thickly. Like, I just can't. It is so funny to watch him run.
Exactly what you mean. Yeah.
Lineman running the 40.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Like, yeah, I have seen, like, I think he was running in Peacemaker, and like you're 100% right. Like, he just looks awkward. I thought he was just like acting as like Peacemaker. I didn't realize like that was just how he runs. Like,
I mean, it makes sense. Wrestlers like are never healthy, but it was
like,
just seeing him
I didn't
run.
think about that.
It looked like Peyton Manning when he ran that naked boot, and he's just running all alone. And that's what it looked like. He was running.
Yeah, like his last year as a Bronco running.
Yes, yeah. Like, here, I'll send you.
Every step just hurts him so much.
Like, it is absolutely atrocious what his running does. It is like that. Like, I could sit here and I could just be like, yeah, no, it is just like disgusting, where he's just like taking 4 feet for every step, but it's just like chunk, 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 chunk.
Also, shooting each other with fireworks is like,
oh my god, that was the smartest move of all time. It was so cool.
Like,
so cool.
The first half of what we watch of just setting up this match, right? Like, you have the birthday party. Minuteman brought it up. Mm-hmm. And just being like, where's your gift? Like she was like, I caught you. Where the fuck is the gift for your son on his first birthday of your first son? It can't be physically contained what I'm going to do for my son, because I'm going to give my son that path to the Hardy throne. I'm going to eradicate and delete Brother Nero. Like, and she's fine with it.
She's like, oh yeah, no, that checks out. Yeah, then.
Yeah. By the way, we need to check the
great
birth
gift.
certificate
What
on
a
that
great
child.
gift.
No, that child is indeed like that. So Matt Hardy, he's like the Phil Rivers of of professional wrestling. He got a lot of kids. He's got, I believe it is 5 kids.
Jeez Louise.
3 or 4 kids. Sorry, it's 3 sons and 1 daughter. But they've been married since 2013. So Maxwell was what 1 in 2016. So since 2015, 4 kids in 6 years.
Jeez, he's pumping them out.
He's
like a rabbit.
He's on pace for Cromartie numbers.
So the children. So this was from 2019. This is 3rd child. So he's got Maxwell, Wolfgang Xander, and now Bartholomew Kit Hardy.
Yeah, no,
that's the normalest sounding name out of all 3.
Yeah,
that's what's so wild. He's Bart. That's it.
Well, see, that's the problem. He's not just Bart. He's Barty. Bart, i.e.
Barty. That's not great. Wolfgang is nice though.
I mean, yeah, Wolfgang's like that. Just sounds like the 17-year-old like a kid in high school who's like a hippie, just smokes a ton of weed. I don't know. He's too cool.
Yeah, there's the family of Maxwell, Barty, Wolfgang. I think they shorthand Wolfgang as Wolfie.
Sure. He looks so much different with short hair now. Or
yeah,
no, I guess
his hair it's pulled back. Yeah, it's pulled back.
No.
So here you go. The 4th child, his daughter's name, Evie Moore Hardy. Evie spelled exactly like the Pokemon. E-E-V-E-E.
No way.
Yep.
I can't wait for Flareon Hardy.
This is exactly why I need to get rich.
Like, if Evie has kids, she has to name her kids that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, in the future, yeah.
Also, wild. So what is wild is that, like, Matt Hardy, so they announced it, right? And then they invited Us Magazine to be at the home for their birth of their daughter. At home. And one of the pictures is Matt just like right up in there. Like immediately after birth. And like and an emotion, like these are incredible photos because it's like, you get to see the raw emotion of like, childbirth.
You said right up.
But like I don't need to see, personally I don't personally need to see the child like pink, like blue, because because they just were born and their body hasn't like oxidized properly. Like I don't need to see your child. My child maybe, but I don't have a child. But like,
if it's your own kid, sure, but
that's weird as hell. Like,
yeah, here I'll link you the article.
Athlete, like,
once again though, this is exactly why I need to get rich, because like you could just do shit like this. And it's like, it is what it is. Like, they're rich as fuck. Like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, no, he's big money Matt for a reason.
I mean, he gave his sons the Hardy name, like the Hardy sons. So.
Yeah, he
his
won.
brother can never claim that. Like,
no, exactly, never. It is simply,
It is just it's written now. Like,
yeah, literally, like
you have to be in Matt's bloodline.
Like great names, but like just in like Evermore is a wild name for anybody. Okay, but when her older brothers are named Maxwell, not Maxwell, Maxwell, Wolfgang Xander, and Bartholomew What was it? Bartholomew Kit.
Bartholomew.
Ever
Be honest.
more. Like, middle name more, first name ever. Like,
Oh, what?
yeah, first name is ever, middle name is more. Not
I thought
Evermore.
I thought it was Evermore.
Like,
Evie.
all
I'm like,
one-
okay.
No.
Like,
Evie's
I
a
guess.
nickname. Evie's the nickname.
Once again, this is
Evermore.
exactly why I don't become rich.
Just rich people doing the dumbest shit. Oh,
Because
that's tremendous.
what the fuck does that even mean? But hey, it is what it is.
Look, four
I mean-
kids in 6 years, and I doubt he's looking
Generational
to.
wealth.
Yeah,
I'm not
I
gonna
de-
lie, the worst. Excuse me, cut me off, but
Good.
the worst name of a bunch got to be Maxwell, because
Yeah.
everyone's gonna call him
Which is still
Maxwell.
a fire name.
It's a
Yeah.
fire name, but everyone's gonna call him Maxwell. Sorry, Grumm.
Yeah.
no, all good. Yeah, no, everyone's gonna go like, oh, Maxwell. No, Maxwell. Like, still, like, option there to just go by Max. That's good.
Or Axel. Just go by Axel.
Or Axel, fire name to also go by. Wolfgang, no nickname needed. Like, you're going by
No.
Wolfgang. I'm not like.
I'm not calling you Wolfie. I'm calling you Wolfgang. Your
Like,
dad
you know-
called you Wolfgang. I'm calling you Wolfgang.
Yeah, Bartholomew, Bart, or he's gonna go by Barty. And I feel like Barty's more of like, hey, look, like that is a nickname a parent gives their kid. Like,
I mean,
oh,
if you want to stick with the Pokemon nicknames, you just go by Mew.
right?
That's tough, actually.
That is tough. Yeah. And then you have Evermore, that you're absolutely 100% Eevee from here on out. Like, you can't like.
So
how
her
do you-
first name is just Ever.
Yeah, Ever Hardy.
I can hear the disbelief in your voice. Her name is Ever.
Imagine being a teacher and you're going roll call. Ever Hardy. It's a first day of school and this is a first day and you're like, Ever.
How the fuck do you get Eevee?
Midman in disbelief at the gall to like Bart. That makes sense for Bartholomew. Eevee.
The dad's coming out in mid-man. He's like, what is happening?
Once again, dog. This
Imagine-
is why I need to be rich. Sorry.
Imagine Midman going to. All right, babe. I think we should have one more kid. I want to name our kid Nevermore. Nevermore Man.
Nevermore man.
Like,
That'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool.
Your wife immediately hitting you upside the head with some
man.
kitchen utensil.
Oh.
Like, just
So you guys know the wide receiver in the NFL, Golden Tate?
yes.
Yeah.
I always thought that was like the hardest first name ever. Like when like I was 19, I found out like my like girlfriend at the time was pregnant. I was like, yeah, listen,
Gold.
we should name Golden should be on the table. She's like, what the fuck did you just say? I was like, I'm just saying. Just think about it.
Oh, this is why men are not in charge of naming anything.
That's literally yep. I had to marry her. That's it. That was it.
Yeah,
she
no.
knew.
Oh,
This man is an idiot, but he's
Yep.
not wrong.
he's not.
He's an idiot, but he's not wrong. Golden is a fire name.
Just like
But no.
Golden Man.
Gold man for short. He just Goldie.
Yeah, just Goldie.
I think. By the way, I think Evie comes from just like shortening Ever to Eve or Evie, like Evie, like Evie. But
Nickname is longer than her actual name.
but the nickname being Evie spelled like the Pokemon
Right.
is where this is wild because I don't think Matt Hardy is doing this. Like I don't think Matt Hardy's consciously going, let's name our daughter, like let's give our daughter's nickname be a Pokemon. Right?
Do you think Matt Hardy knows what
No
Pokemon-
shot.
yes, no, absolutely.
No,
I think Matt Hardy absolutely knows what Pokemon is. I don't think he's naming his daughter after a Pokemon in 2022 or
He's
2021.
just secretly a nerd.
Like,
Shot.
no way that in. By the way, right? There is something about something about the month of November, because Matt Hardy has like this was the second kid born in the month of November.
So what's 9 months before November?
February.
I don't know. Somebody's
Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day. There you go.
No. I'm sorry, not November. July, right? So they're conceiving in November. Big fans of Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah, big Thanksgiving.
It's really like October. It's football
Yeah.
season. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like-
bundle up in the cold. Yeah.
It is what it is.
Like it's just wild that like, you know, I want to. I'm trying to see if
What a character.
Where are they from? Like where do they live?
North Carolina.
So
Oh,
they're
yeah,
just like
they're back.
By the way, Jeff Hardy being an incredible marketer of things. Maxwell Hardy has his own Twitter. Wolfgang has his own Twitter.
what?
Mm-hmm.
They're 6 and 4
6
years
and 4.
old.
Once again, not surprised.
Right? Wolfie Hardy, 9,000 followers. Okay.
I mean, does he got good? Does he put good tweets together? Like, is he? Good tweets on the
That's true.
bird, or what?
Good posts are good posts.
Look,
Yeah.
this one.
Good
I'm not gonna
post on
lie.
good
This is a solid one. This is a solid one. Just happy birthday to my namesake.
Hey, that's a good tweet.
Okay. That's
no,
insanely.
I'm gonna retweet that right now. What do you mean?
No, you know what? No, there's no way he tweeted that.
You don't think?
I'm sorry.
You don't think?
It now has 4 retweets. One of them is me.
You don't think a 4-year-old, 2-year-old, because this is like 2 years now, 2 years ago now at this point, a 2-year-old tweeted this?
January 20. His birthday's next week.
Call me what you will. I'm calling bullshit. That's all I'm saying.
Well, he got a retweet from me, so.
I love it though. I love it.
You know, like, oh, by the way, okay, so June, I believe. Let me see, because Matt Hardy. June is Wolfgang's birthday. June 8th.
I'm telling you, they're just UNC football fans, and like they have a great first month of the season, knocking each other up, and then that's just it is what it is. Now you're having kids in still in June, July.
So,
celebrating football.
Meanwhile, Maxwell. See, I'm doing it even though I know it's Maxwell. 35,000 followers.
Oh, man. He's the oldest, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow.
35,000?
Yes.
That's good.
What is he tweeting?
He's tweeting just like clips from his mom's Twitch that he's there.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Hardy Twitch streams?
House Hardy on Twitch.
Oh, wow.
So it's her, and then it'll feature the kids occasionally. It looks like a lot of fun content.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Like,
what's his Twitter handle? I have to see his tweets.
It is, I believe it is at Baby Hardy Brand.
I see it.
Right, because Matt Hardy is Matt Hardy Brand on Twitter. Like it's like this stuff is just, you know, it's dumb. Like this is of all the hey, like my mom and dad run my Twitter account. This is they're at least good. They're making solid tweets, but also they do shit like this, where it's a pic collage of just giving like Maxwell, like who has some incredible hair for a child.
Oh, yeah. Tremendous.
But
I was
like,
gonna say,
but like just
goodness gracious,
show the range, but make it hair.
The Christmas tree one is electric.
Yeah,
that's the third one's pretty wild too. Like from the middle column, third one down.
And then there was like there was a match in
wait,
in
top left.
Yes,
that's a Mewtwo picture. They 100% are Pokemon nerds.
Oh, they might
That's
be.
a Mewtwo picture in the top left. Oh, this is definitely.
He's Mew.
He
is definitely Mew, and that is definitely Axel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We broke the case. This is.
Yo.
Matt Hardy confirmed Pokemon nerd.
Yeah. Hey, Matt Hardy, check out.
I think you got to title the episode.
Yeah. Matt Hardy, check out
Ooh.
my YouTube. T Grumm on YouTube. I do Nuzlocks one Nuzlocke every month at minimum. Check it
I
out.
watched the flying one the other day on YouTube. It's pretty good.
They're fun. I like doing them. I'll have a poison one next month, and then maybe a soul lock with a friend. That'll be.
I'm tapped in on that YouTube.
Hell yeah. But yeah, like, all right. I mean, look, that is a maybe Maxwell. What if Maxwell got the name? Like, they just go
Maxwell named
like, hey, like, all right, Maxwell, what are you naming? What are you Wolfgang Alexander?
Yeah.
Also, do you think it's Xander? But do you think they pronounce the X in Xander?
I mean, they do everything else weird, so probably.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
I mean,
100%. Like, I don't think like I 100% see them like he's not Bartholomew. He's not Bart. He's not Barty. He is Mew.
He's Mew.
I could see the.
And Mac, like, yeah, what a family.
What kind of Pokemon's Wolfie? I don't even know.
There's got to be a wolf Pokemon out there.
I mean, the problem is there's no shorthand. There's no like wolf with like a name, so it's just like you gotta find like
one of the legendary dogs. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess you're like, I feel like if you're gonna do Entei, but like it's so far away from Wolfgang.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
So, man.
But yeah, like.
What a family!
What a family!
Now they all have the blood rights to the Hardy name because their dad shot fireworks at their uncle.
Yes. Yeah.
Wait.
Also, Jeff Hardy also has a daughter.
Feel bad.
Great. Yeah. She has none of it. Nira Quinn Hardy. So he's Jeff Nero Hardy.
Yep.
And she's Nira.
So I have a question.
Yes.
Did he get his other kids birthday gifts for their first birthday? Or did he kill other siblings?
Yeah, how do you top that?
I mean,
where do you like come on, favoritism maybe? I don't know.
I mean, look, this is why my and Midman, you can stay silent on this topic because then this way there's recorded audio. The firstborn is always the favorite. Have they just been around longer? Like it's just a matter of.
I was the firstborn in my family, so that checks out. Yeah.
You're like, no. I was born second, so it's definitely the second.
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
I didn't want. I wanted you to stay silent, Midman, because God forbid you go, yeah, no, that checks out, and then we're just like, yeah, Midman's first kid's a favorite. Yeah, that's. I mean, exactly, yeah. But the other the other reason is like my general thought process is like, the way my brain works is like logically with numbers. So like. I had, as a firstborn, my mom had 3 kids, so I have a brother and a sister, so there's 3 of us. I had 100% of my mom's heart. Then, when my brother was born, I had to lose 50% of my share. So I'm out 50-50 with my brother. So then when my sister was born, it's not fair for me to lose even more, so my brother has to lose 50% of his 50, so it's 25-25, and then I have 50. That's how I break it down, and my mom does not correct me, so... that's right.
I mean, sounds right to me. Sounds fair, at least.
I'll check this through my mom because I only have the one sister, but I'm going to confirm your theory.
All right. Yeah.
I'm a math guy, so like the math just checks out.
Yeah. The numbers.
Not a math guy, so I will take your word on it, fellas.
Pudge about to find out that he's not the favorite. It's like. Like, Mom, I'm the favorite because I was first, right? And she could be like, no. Not even the, sure, honey. Just straight up, no. I'm
going to get a text whenever this drops, and she's just going to say no.
Yeah, you're like, Mom,
Yeah,
listen to my Mom, listen to the podcast I was on. She'd be like, I will, honey. You sound so good. And then she's gonna be tweeting like, oh my god, like that. Dude, Bartholomew is such a bad name for a child. It's gonna be like just one of those like little things. And then he's wrong. This host guy is wrong. All parents love their children equally. It's like that's not true. We fundamentally know that can't be. It's just.
Yeah, I mean, you did the percentage.
Listen.
Yeah.
I just want to say, I don't have any favorites, but like
smart.
One child is a golden child, and the other one like bites me occasionally. So you tell me.
You are, man.
No, I'm just kidding. Kidding. Right?
Yes.
One child, the golden child. The other somehow let themselves be trained like a dog by the other child.
Yeah. I forgot about that too. But
we don't.
Yeah.
I like that. That is quintessentially like you saying. I forgot about that. Quintessentially sums up being a parent because I'm sure there's been so much that's happened between then and now that it's just like, yeah, that happened last year, 2, 3, 4. I don't know. Fuck it, it happened. I guess it's like
just time's fake at this point. Like,
time is
happened. Everything happened to me the other day. That's just my new phrase.
So back to the final deletion. Matt Hardy's accent was a topic we were heavily focused on.
Very much so. As
I think it was intended because it was just awful, but it was that like purposely awful and good that it's like, this guy is completely unhinged.
Completely.
Yeah, like he had lost. Like he was trying to be William Wallace with his North Carolina accent, and like it perfectly lets us know that he's unhinged. Like, he nailed it.
Like, you gotta know he does that like in private, like when he's just like messing around with like his family and friends, like because that voice is just too good. That is too good. Like that.
His wife's giving him tips on it. The gardener's giving him tips on it.
That's what killed me because every time he said gardener with the fucking accent.
My gardener! My gardener!
Yeah, it got crazier every time.
Any word, and I'm aware how this is going to sound, but any word that ended with ER got replaced by AH. Like when he's after he has shot an entire set of fireworks at Jeff Hardy, and he's walking over and he goes, "Brother Nero, it's over." Oh fuck! Oh shit! And then he immediately realizes that Jeff Hardy, who does like the wounded action hero of like is like leaning against something, and he's just like, "Yeah, I got this candle. I got this Roman candle for you. That's all I got."
The accent got progressively deeper throughout the entire episode. It was
screaming delete every time he was attempting to murder his own brother.
It's a great catchphrase.
I got 2 takeaways too from that too.
Yeah.
It was like one was the fact that the way he ran, like the kid from Superbad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? He's running with the cops. He just took off.
He's his freaking nature. He's super fast.
Fastest kid alive.
He's the fastest kid alive.
You'll be all right.
Number 2.
Yeah, go ahead.
Number 2. What do you think the fucking guy from Home Depot was like? Why do you need these 2 ladders right now?
Nah. If anything,
and the blinds thing that with the leaves. On
I guarantee you that the can I don't know what it's called, but yeah, the blind thing with the vines like grown into it. They had that at the house, and they just didn't want to have it anymore. The ladders, so they use two ladders. So they used the one that got broken, at least 2, because I think
the one that
climbed the tree, and I imagine they use that same one to climb his little cross symbol thing. But like your reactions when what was your reaction to him putting? So he Twist of Fate, Jeff Hardy, Twist of Fate, Matt Hardy, puts him on across a ladder that is sitting in the corner across the 2 middle ropes. And then he gets out, and then he goes behind a tree. What's your thought? What is your thinking as he's climbing that tree? Or the ladder into the tree?
Yeah, I remember my very first thought was like, well, one, where are all these ladders coming from? Number two, I was like, there's no way he is about to go from the fucking top branch and jump from the top branch, and that's death. Like, you're killing somebody. That's murder. Like, that was wild. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as he starts climbing the tree, I mean, you could probably hear the shock in both of our voices. I mean, it's like, no way he's actually going to do it. And then, honestly, I feel like we kind of got robbed because he moves off of the ladder as he's coming down. And I know he, like, bends the ladder, just fully almost breaks the ladder coming down. I kind of wanted to see him slam through him. Like, I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah. Like, he built the anticipation so much, I just wanted to see what was going to happen. And so, for him to just completely miss and only catch ladder instead of body, I was just like, God dang it.
Pudge wanted blood.
He wanted death. Almost got it a handful of times.
Yeah, no, a very dangerous match.
Yeah, Matt Hardy choked out Jeff Hardy and fell into the lake of reincarnation and was like, yep, I flushed him.
I don't even know what that means. Like, the lake of reincarnation. And then he comes out as this completely different character. That was...
BDSM suit.
Yeah, so Matt Hardy, after running towards a, quote, dilapidated boat, which
yeah. What the fuck does that mean?
Hey, man.
Just
sometimes you got to get them big words out there.
And that's all it was. It was just him being big words.
I read this word the other day. I'm gonna put it in this skit.
Like, what the fuck? So here, I'll send you a picture of what the Willow character looks like. Not dark and coming out of a ocean. So he runs to a dilapidated boat and uses it for cover. And then, during which they have a struggle, Matt Hardy starts to choke out Jeff, and he throws him into the lake by their complex, which he has been known as the Lake of Reincarnation. And out comes Jeff Hardy's alter ego, Willow, who is like this crazy, not unhinged, but like just weird Alice in Wonderland type character, and is just cackling, and then starts choking out Matt Hardy, and then out of nowhere, Senor Benjamin comes in with a fucking taser. Like, just out of absolute nowhere.
I completely forgot about that taser.
Yeah, and
he wasn't around for any other part of the match. He just shows up with a taser almost at the end of it.
Just absolutely, like, just ride or die. Set up in a battlefield for a massacre and made sure that his employer did not die.
Yeah. The next scene when he pins him.
And he realizes, oh no, Senor Benjamin, no!
The ref comes up, he's like, yo, I know you're going through a lot right now, but that pin doesn't count. Fight's still going, so just pick it up, all right?
Yeah. Come on, like, I know I counted 3, but that's not Jeff, so the match is still going on. And then Jeff Hardy comes out of nowhere, attacks Matt, and Matt like goes falling over a dirt bike ramp, and they gets choked out like straight like unconscious, and he's like, yeah, delete that, delete, yeah, and then like Jeff, rather than going for the pin, which is very Jeff Hardy has Jeff Hardy's win-loss record, if he just went for the pin before doing a dumb stunt, he'd be undefeated. Like, it's one of those, like, it's like the stat of, like, so-and-so's record in one possession games, or, like, one score games, and it's, like, 50-50. It's like, yeah, but whenever they've had more than, if they've, like, it's a 50-50 chance to lose. It's like Kirk Cousins. It's like, oh, over 500? 50-50.
No, I got you.
The Kirk
Dude.
Cousins of wrestling. That's tough.
I'm not gonna lie to you. This guy might be my favorite, like, wrestler now. Just knowing the fact that he's just like, I could win, or
I can throw myself off of an insane height again.
Or I can jump off a cross that looks like Ed Hardy drew it.
he was jumping off a lot of shit.
Look, WWE made it a story in like 2001 that Jeff Hardy basically cost the Hardys a cage match. So for some reason, WWE would do tag team cage matches where the objective is both members have to escape the cage. And then, which is like bad idea, because as soon as the first person does, they're now on a 2-on-1 disadvantage, and you're probably going to lose the match. But in this case, they both were up on top of the cage, right? Or they were both climbing the cage. Matt Hardy was ahead of Jeff. Jeff is climbing up. By the time that Matt Hardy is at the bottom of, gets out of the cage, lands on the floor, and is officially out of the match, Jeff Hardy's at the top. And as he's looking down at Matt, telling him, come on, let's go. Like, let's win this match. Jeff Hardy looks behind himself, sees that his opponents are, like, kind of getting up, and turns around and just jumps on him. But then when he goes to jump on him, he completely misses, and then they just start beating the fuck out of him. Yes.
Oh, God.
It's just like, what the fuck are you doing? Why just go for the win? So, in this case, Jeff Hardy
he's fantastic.
Doing the exact same thing here, has the match won. Matt Hardy's unconscious. All he has to do is cover him for 3. Climbs up a ladder to the top of a Hardy symbol. Ed Hardy, Jeff Hardy, Matt Hardy, A. Hardy. I think there's something in the name Hardy. And then and then Matt Hardy has a premonition while he's unconscious that includes his wife, Rebby Sky, bringing him a lit number 1 candle, like that's on the birthday cake, that he then uses to set fire to the cross. Now, how does it go up in flames so fast? Well, earlier in the first half of the match, or what we watch.
Oh shit!
In the setup.
I completely forgot.
Correct, and I wanted to bring this back up because this is my favorite part is everything leading up to this match. Matt Hardy, after telling his wife that he did not get his 1-year-old his firstborn first birthday, nothing tangible other than potentially murdering his uncle, goes to Jeff Hardy's house with an army of drones that Jeff Hardy with a guitar takes out, swinging for the fences on every one of them. And then stops when his main one is like, hey, I have a hologram I need to show.
Yeah.
The hologram.
Yeah.
Brother Nero.
And then he goes to chase after it, and it distracts him long enough for Matt Hardy to go, Brother Nero, you're not the only one in the family with a penchant for landscaping, and then proceeds to ride a lawnmower across Jeff Hardy's like his lawn
tribal
art
tattoo on his lawns.
And like he does it every year. He makes new art on his lawn, and it's like sure, that's fine. All like freeform. Like he doesn't he'll take a picture of it when he's all done, but he'll just be like, yeah, this is how I want it to look like here, and he goes, that's what it looks like. But Matt Hardy rides straight through it, arms spread wide open, while this thing just goes in a straight line. He looking like he's completing himself to completion the entire time.
Yeah,
he jizzed his pants 100%.
Yeah,
but then
he was so happy with himself.
he had some leftover gas from his earlier landscaping escapade, to which he told Senor Benjamin, his gardener, aka battlefield prepper, to use graciously as he saw fit. And he did, and it saved him from getting a swanton off of a 15-foot, 20-foot drop, because he was at like the bottom of the ramp. And then Jeff Hardy falls off to the side, gets pinned, and Matt Hardy is the winner. And
Hardy deletes him.
He literally almost got deleted because he like jumped like an inch away from that plane.
Yeah, he didn't jump fast enough. And the thing is like, the way it's shot makes it look like it goes straight up the thing, and it kind of does, but it doesn't go any higher than like the middle of the thing, so he's not actually in any quote-unquote serious danger. But at the same time, he was up there too long. Like, as soon as that fire, I'd be like, nope, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Yeah, 100%. You gotta get like some of the gas on you. Like, if that touches him, like, it's not gonna be easily put out.
I didn't even think of that.
Like, there's gotta be some, like, he's gotta see that there's something on.
Right, and
does he have long hair too?
He's got long hair. Yeah, and I was gonna bring that up. Remember the tiki torches? Almost caught his hair on fire on the tiki torches.
Yeah, like what? Yeah, I would have been over. Like Michael Jackson on stage.
What do you think the ref was thinking as he was driving up? Like, hey man, you got to go to this job. You got to go officiate this match. It's at this address. Just take this road all the way down. And like,
they better have doubled his pay for that one, because that's.
Yeah, he's like, here's $150.
And he rolls up in like a 94 Corolla. Like, it's not even like a he rolls up in like a Geo Metro.
He's paying for his own gas. It's not even the middle. It's just in the middle of the street.
Yeah.
No hazard pay.
No hazard pay at all. Zero. I don't got much else. You guys got I do have one thing though, right? Okay. So the fact, going back to the whole fact that that's what he got his kid for his birthday. Do you think that his son will grow to resent that? Because no kid remembers what they get for their first birthday, right? Like, you just repackage as an adult, you can 100% just take your kids' toys the night before Christmas, put them in gift wrapping, and they won't know any better. Like, for at least the first 2 years.
Yeah.
Right? Include that in their birthday. So you don't remember that. So there's no fact, but your parents could do that and you wouldn't remember it. However, there's documented footage that for your birthday, your father decided to murder his brother for you in your name. A, do you resent that growing up? And B, does that make you an accomplice to murder as a 1-year-old?
I'm not sure you resent it. I kind of depends on the kid. If the kid wants to take the throne and become a wrestler, then he probably appreciates it.
He does have the Hardy name.
Yeah, because now he's the official Hardy man.
Yeah.
But if he doesn't want to take the throne, then he probably resents it. And definitely an accomplice to murder. Yeah, no doubt.
Imagine a 1-year-old in handcuffs.
Like,
Jesus,
he can't walk. Walk.
I mean,
co-conspirator.
Senor Benjamin. Like, we never checked on him after he got pinned.
I was is he dead now, or
like is he still a recurring character? Like,
yes, absolutely. Yeah.
He okay. Is. So he's good. He just got pinned.
Yes.
After being tased. I don't even know how that worked. But yeah. No, he tased he tased Jeff or Willow, and somehow Jeff Hardy put him in the Willow getup. Yeah.
I think it's 10 times funnier.
It was like a Scooby-Doo episode, yeah.
Yeah. So there's other matches like this. They have like, I think 3 more. And it's just like they maximize doing this. Like there's ones where they're they have a tag team match basically. There's ones where like there's also like other like I said, there's these all the promos that he does were like his birthday party, where like he's just doing something nonsensical. And it just turns into, you know, a promo about how he's going to beat somebody.
Yeah. Also, there was no family or friends at the birthday party. Like it was just him, his
Zero.
wife, and his kids. Like that, and his kid. That was it. Like he has this whole warehouse for a birthday party. It's just those three.
Oh, maybe that's why he wanted to kill his brother.
Also, don't forget, Senor Benjamin got him a xylophone.
Oh, that's true.
I forgot about that.
God, wonderful.
Senor Benjamin is the best part of this whole thing.
Senor Benjamin is indeed great.
I just love the fact that you connected all the dots too, from like literally the opening act to like the final scene. Like, damn, this shit is really like all connected.
Yeah, they did a really good job. Matt Hardy, Jeremy Borash was like also a big like help. Where they're like, hey, what if we do this instead? They're like, oh, it basically was just like three really creative people just throwing everything into a pot and going, nothing is off limits. However, we do have to make this like it's like, all right, what if I jumped out of that tree? We can do that. All right, what if I drowned him? Can't drown him. What if I choke him out and then put him in the water? Can do that. What if I shoot him? What?
How can I use the word dilapidated?
But by the way, I looked that up.
Yes.
It means ruined, adjective of a building or object in a state of disrepair or ruin as a result of age or neglect.
So he used it correctly.
He did use it correctly.
Which blows my mind.
Well, was it? I mean, it wasn't. It was dilapidated, but it wasn't ruined because he got to use it safely. So
it was dilapidated afterwards.
Yeah, that's true. Also,
go ahead, Grumm.
What do you think the conversation involving the fireworks went like? Was it, hey, I want to use these fireworks, or was it, I'm gonna shoot you with some fireworks? Not if I don't. No. I am also shooting you with fireworks.
Yeah, only if I can also shoot you with fireworks.
Yeah, I feel like one of them had presented like, what if we shoot each other with fireworks? I'm listening.
Yeah, you had my attention.
Also, him using like a random garbage can lid, like Captain America, as a shield. Like the other guy gets a whole ass boat, and he's just hiding behind this circle shield.
Could easily duck behind the ring.
Yeah, just lay down.
Duck behind
he was hiding behind a tree, and then he gets out from behind the tree with a shield.
Like just pulls out the fight. Like there's like it's like a scene out of like a movie where it's like, oh no, the guy's pulling his gun, and I got nothing to do, and I'm not the Detroit Defender guy. I don't have that training to know what to do. He's pulling a fire. Like I want to get hit. That's the thing. I want to get him to like just break down this and be like, what would he do? Like your assailant pulls out a Roman candle and lights it. What do you do?
Roman candle. I feel you gotta know in that meeting room, like one of them's like, and I shoot him with the Roman candle, and the producer's like, and I shoot at his direction. Okay, get warmer.
See, the thing is,
and he's running off camera. Okay, let's do it.
I feel like Jeff Hardy is insane enough to be the one who's like, yeah, so then you just shoot me in the chest with a Roman candle. And they're like, no, calm down. We're not doing that. All right. Like, it's the opposite of what you explained. It's Jeff going, yeah, I open my mouth and I just take Roman candles to the mouth. No, bad idea. All right, I take it to my chest. No, bad. I take it to my chest, but I'm wearing clothing. Even worse somehow.
All right, fine. I'll hide behind a dilapidated boat.
Just like that is such a good moment because it's like, yeah, the ring is covered in smoke from the fireworks, and Matt Hardy's like, yeah, no, you're done for, and then he's like, oh shit, he's just like, I'm out.
Yeah, I mean, he's done.
Yeah. Oh shit, he's got one himself. Oh fuck.
Just the roller coaster of emotions how long was that? 15, 20 minutes?
Yeah.
Like, there's just so much that you get in that short amount of time, and then it all ties together. It's brilliant.
So can I be honest here? I'm still hung up about the fact that his daughter's name is fucking Ever.
Ever more. Not ever more. Ever.
No.
Space. Middle name more.
I would be completely fine. It was like Evermore, like, and then like dilapidated, Hardy, like something, like anything, please, like just ever. Like this bothers me.
Look,
I'm not gonna sleep. I'm
they
not gonna
all
sleep tonight.
they all can't be bangers, all right? Maxwell,
No.
They all
strong
can't be
name.
Wolfgang.
Wolfgang, like I kind of want to just tag, like I want to be like, hey Tyler, can I get fire name alerts? Maxwell Hardy, Wolfgang Xander Hardy, Bartholomew Kit Hardy, not Evermore Hardy though. Just
Xander's a tough name too.
yeah, too
Evie.
tough. Yeah,
Evie.
like Evie is but like it's also very funny that we've.
If her name was just Evie, it'd be better than just Ever.
Yeah, like it's still wild that we're like, no way that they did that intentionally. No way that they spelled Evie intentionally. And then nope, they did because we have photographic proof that they somebody in that family that
Sniped them.
yeah, like
Oh man, it's brilliant.
like Bartholomew 100% should just go by fuck Barty. Barty's not Mew.
No, Barty,
Mew Hardy.
Does his wife have any siblings? Like, do you think maybe the reason why he wanted to kill his brother is because like none of them showed up to his kid's first birthday party? His first child's
That's
first
gotta be
birthday
where
party?
the anger
Literally
comes from,
nobody.
Right? Because the family didn't show up. That has to be where the anger is coming from.
Like he's just projecting at this point. Like,
I don't. I'm gonna see if Rebby Sky has a family. No, it just looks like just Jeff Hardy's the only. So yeah.
Does he kill his parents for like his from Wolfgang's first birthday? Like, grandma's looking at like when the third child.
Oh no! So here we go.
Born.
Okay, so Rebecca Hardy, aka Rebby Sky, was born in Flushing. This is straight from Wikipedia, so I'm just going to read it verbatim. Quote it verbatim. Hardy was born in Flushing, a neighborhood in the north central part of Queens, New York. She is of Puerto Rican heritage. She has 3 older brothers and an older sister, Suzanne. Her father is a wrestling personality, better known as Senor Benjamin.
What?
Oh, that's her dad?
Yep. That's her dad?
Yeah. I didn't want to tell you that until the very end, just to be like, by the way, that's her dad.
What a twist.
Nah, I did not see
Is he her dad in the show?
Yes.
What? That's pretty fucking dope.
Wow, that changes the whole relationship.
Yep.
Wow, incredible.
Yeah, I'm sitting here, I'm like, when do I tell them that Senor Benjamin is actually Matt Hardy's father-in-law?
Wow.
But he just like in real life, like I think it's like it gets like before this he was just the gardener, and I think afterwards is like, yeah, by the way, that's my dad. Like
that happens to be my father. I'm just thinking about the fact that like I completely lost my train of thought. I'm so sorry.
No, all good.
Well,
I'm reading
there's so much that happened. It's easy to lose your train of thought.
Yeah, I'm just reading her modeling and acting career.
But yeah, her brothers are cooked when Maxwell turned 1. Oh, not Maxwell. Wolfgang, right? Like,
yeah. The show toured several.
He's got to go after her brothers.
She was in a belly dance troupe.
Sure.
Yeah.
She looked like an athlete.
In 2000, well, she was a pro wrestler.
Right.
In 2005, Hardy held a supporting role in the off-Broadway musical Secrets of the Desert. Appeared in various television programs and music videos, including Midnight Spike on Spike TV, Date Patrol, Faking It, and Mas Mouths, a music video featuring Nori and Fat Joe. Also,
Fat Joe video.
Appeared in a nude pictorial of Playboy, The Girls of Montauk in 2007, and as Cyber Girl of the Week in the the July 2010 edition of Playboy Cyber Club. She was later named Cyber Girl of the Month for November 2010. Also appeared in GQ, Esquire, Supermodels Unlimited, and Stuff.
Well, that's why they're such fans. Nothing to offend with that. Like she was November Cyber Girl of the Month. That's why they're fans. That's why their kids are born in November.
She's celebrating it 6 years after, 5 years after the fact.
Yeah. Cyber Girl of the Month. That's a big deal.
Yeah, that's definitely for sure.
Rebecca was also interviewed in MTV's True Life, I'm a Sports Fanatic, as the New York Giants girl, airing on September 19th, 2009. The show chronicled her involvement as a fan of the Giants. She sells a line of football fashion handbags. Via one of her websites, was also promotes her self-proclaimed New York Giants fanatic status as the New York Giants girl. Hardy was named Miss Howard Stern TV for the month of December 2009 and was voted by Sirius Radio's Howard Stern fans as, quote, Miss Howard TV of the Year.
Wow. I
could see it.
You said she was a Giants fan. I want her take on Daniel Jones. Like, do you keep going with him, or do you draft a quarterback? You know what I mean?
Do you throw the Giants?
Thoughts on Daniel Jones?
Do you throw the Giants franchise in the lake of reincarnation, hoping that Eli Manning comes back?
Who do you think should be the Giants' next GM, Miss Hardy?
I think she becomes the new head coach.
And why?
New York Football Giants head coach, Mrs. Hardy. I think that's rolls off the tongue.
Yeah, like. Why do you think they should run this certain scheme, Miss Hardy? You're a real fucking fan, huh?
Thoughts between the 4-3 and the 3-4.
Who was the Giants' back quarterback 3 years ago?
Wow. Okay, so here, all right. So I got dates on the rest of the. Okay, so, also, props to. In 2008, so this is the personal life section. 2008, Hardy was sentenced to probation, fine, and community service for opposing an officer without violence when police stopped her vehicle because it had a broken taillight in 2007. So, props to her to be like, shut the fuck up. It's a broken taillight. Leave me alone. So they were married. Oh, here it is. Married October 5th, 2013. June 23rd, 2015. Is when they had their first child, so that's 9 months before that is what, late September, early October. So
2014.
So that is a 1 year anniversary baby. On June 8th, 2017, welcomed their second son. On December 4th, 2019, gave birth to third son, and then on July 11th, 2021, gave birth to their fourth child. Also, played herself in the movie Pro Wrestlers vs. Zombies.
Oh, that's a film I need to see.
Which I'm now on. Pro Wrestlers vs. Zombies, or otherwise also known as Cody Knott's Pro Wrestlers vs. Zombies.
How many other pro wrestlers were in this film?
It was a sports action horror film. Okay, here we go. This is the cast.
I think I'm all in on the category. Continue.
Roddy Piper as himself. Shane Douglas as himself. Kurt Angle as himself. Matt Hardy as himself. Jim Duggan. Hacksaw Jim Duggan as himself. Taya Parker. Don't know who this person is. Who is an American model, actress, singer, TV host, and reality TV contestant best known for winning the VH1 reality television show Rock of Love Bus with Bret Michaels.
Oh, the Rock of Love. I forgot.
The Rock of Love Bus.
Sorry, that show was heat.
I was just saying that shit was fire.
That's like the third season of it because I think he did not find love of the first two, and they're like, "We're putting you on a bus." Rebby Sky.
It was that and the Flavor of Love that just kept making season after season. It was great content.
Rebby Sky as herself. Matthew Rush as himself. Matthew Rush is an American gay pornographic film actor, magazine model, bodybuilder, and personal trainer. Okay. He has competed at the Gay Games in Amsterdam and Sydney. Let's see. Trying to see who else is in here. No. Hey, who's this? Cody Michaels, who is a former pro wrestler, playing as Troy. Sylvester Turkai, who is an retired professional wrestler, actor, and MMA fighter, plays as himself. The director plays himself in the movie.
Like Stan Lee making cameos.
Reception. Bleacher Report gave the film a positive review, saying it. First off, why is Bleacher Report giving a fucking film review? It isn't trying. It isn't trying to be smart or groundbreaking. Just a lot of big silly fun. But noted the movie would appeal to most to wrestling fans, as some of the plot's elements and humors are confusing. Require the viewer has prior knowledge of the wrestler's history. However, Fangoria, which is an internationally distributed American horror film fan magazine, which has been in publication since 1979. Panned the film overall, saying that they, quote, instead of capitalizing on the concept and going full force, Pro Wrestlers vs. Zombies stretches its novelty into the breaking point by sitting on a repetitive story structure. It was a Kickstarter campaign.
So they took it too seriously.
Yeah.
Bleacher Report was like, let's have fun with this. And
yeah.
whole horror movie website was like, nah, these guys stink.
Of course they did.
Which is why I always say on Dork Side of the Ring,
they're just gatekeeping horror movies. You know
yeah, right.
Like, let us have some fun. We're just wrestling.
Maybe I'll track down Pro Wrestlers versus Zombies and watch it in my Discord one night. Yeah, maybe. But yeah, so that'll wrap it up. We'll do our final takeaways here. We'll start with you, Pudge. Final takeaways of Final Deletion.
10 out of 10. Great content. I was thoroughly entertained the entire time. And reliving back some of the stuff that you forget because so much happened in 15 minutes was even better. Because forgetting about the gasoline and the taser. Man, just tremendous. Thank you for this.
No problem. Midman, what about you? Final takeaways.
Yeah, I thought this was absolutely electric. Like I said before, after we started breaking down the script from beginning to end, I was like, holy shit, this is like actually like as funny as it was pretty well put together. And it was like I thoroughly entertained, and 12 out of 10, 10 out of 10, whatever rating you can give it. Seriously, like that was just amazing.
Nice. Yeah, no, it's a lot of fun. The follow-ups will certainly be Dork Side material as well. By the way, we watched that on YouTube. I'll put the link in the description, but the entire match is on YouTube. Impact Wrestling put it on there. Great for that. But that's it. I'm like sitting here, I'm like, fuck, I forgot to do that. But as we leave, one last time, let the people know where they can find you, what you got working on, if you got anything working on that you want to share, or causes that are close to your heart that you would like to, use the time to promote. So we'll start with you, Midman. Floor is yours.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm not really working on anything. You guys can follow me on Twitter. I don't really tweet anything too much funny, but it's like a Coach J. Coleman, FB, that's about it. But again, Grumm, thank you for having us on here. This was an absolute blast.
Oh, yeah. No problem. Look, I'm glad you came on. Pudge, I'm glad you came on as well, Pudge. What about you? Where you can find you, all that stuff.
I am Pudge _5 on damn near everything. And yeah, currently not working on anything. I like to make guest appearance on the CPF podcasts. I made one earlier with Jackie and Connor, and now here with you, Grumm. And yeah, car cares fun for Flint. Smash that donation button. That's all I got.
Check that out. Thank you guys for coming on. I appreciate it. I'm glad we were able to make it. For context, we're recording this late into the night. Not really late in the night. Not for you. It's 9:30 for you because you're West Coast. But for me and Midman, it's late. Us Pennsylvania dwellers.
I don't want to sound old or anything, but this is quite literally the latest I've stayed up in. a week.
Yeah,
So
I'll be up until 3.
a couple weeks.
Yeah, I'm going to crash as soon as I go to sleep. I might have a bowl of Cheerios before bed, but other than that, yeah.
I got the Reese's.
Ooh,
there's
Reese's
like a
Puffs?
crunch inside of the Reese's Puff, but there's like a crunch inside of it. Like it's like some type of special thing. It is unreal. My kids loved it because it's like their favorite character.
Okay.
But the shit's unreal. Oh my god.
I'll have to take a look at it. Although I should probably I turn 30 next week, so I should probably like a week from right now I will be 30, so the brain is going, hey, let's start getting good habits here, before you end up going to the doctor. Like, look, you have to change everything you do, and you're 30, so good luck.
Counterpoint, you're not 30 yet.
That's true. I do have a week of debauchery left. That's true.
Also, extremely Chris Berman voice. Let me be the first to wish you a happy birthday.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate that.
Let me be the second. Bam. First two covered. Happy birthday, buddy.
There you go.
Boy, my girlfriend's gonna be mad. She wasn't the first person. I'm gonna be like, look, you're not the first person to wish me happy birthday. So
she'll be like, oh, I'll take second.
Yeah, you're not second either.
Then you just send her the chair emoji.
And I have Diabeto and Hob tomorrow to record with, and then another one on Sunday. So she might not even be top 5 people to wish me happy birthday.
That Diabeto episode's gonna be fire.
Yeah, that's gonna be a wild one already now.
Yeah, and well, this one was a lot of fun. And thank you guys for coming on. I appreciate it. Love you guys, and I look forward to having you guys on in the future.
Yes, sir.
Oh, don't tease me with a good time.
Tease you with a good time. That's all I do here on the Dork Side of the Ring. I tease you at the beginning, I tease you at the end, and all through the middle, we just give you that, delivering that good time. Thank you, Midman and Pudge, once again for coming on. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys coming on and partaking in some Dork Side of the Ring content. All I got to say today on when I'm recording this is thank you guys for continuing to listen. Thank you for your patience. I know I haven't been as I don't know, the standard of which I hold myself to has not been there, but that's not the standard you guys hold me to. But that is life as a creator. Sometimes your own expectations for yourself are your worst enemies, and you gotta remember that. That's my advice to all my fellow creative types out there. Because I guess we're episode 30 something. So I've been doing this for 30 some odd episodes. That's pretty good. I'm 30 now. This episode is the second episode of me being 30, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, next week is a good episode. It'll be an interesting episode. It is falling directly on the holiday known as Saint Valentine's Day, or Saint Valentine's Day, depending on how you choose to read that. It's Tines, but okay. I wanted to do something special. I wanted to bring the love into the air on the Dork Side of the Ring. So next week's episode has a special guest, but we're talking about probably one of the best wedding segments in WWE history of all time, in the Index wedding. And that happened September of 2021. I think it is our most recent thing I will cover. The reason why is because this thing is so good. And of all the weddings that they've done a lot of weird weddings. I wanted one that was truly loving, but also dorky. So that's what we did. We picked that. So it'll be me and my special guest. You'll see that next week. Or if you're a member of the Patreon, you'll see it as soon as we finish recording that, which I don't know when that is going to be, but that's when it's going to be. Until then, support.grumm.tv is how you can find that out, by the way. I'm a little rusty. No, it's been like 2 or 3 weeks since I've done the intros and outros with one. I was like so far ahead. And now I'm not behind. I feel behind because I'm used to being a week or two ahead, and I'm currently not. But support.grumm.tv. That's the Patreon. You can go there. Support financially if you so choose. Get free access. Not free access. Early access. For $5, you also get early access to my other content, and you get speaking permissions during my live streams. My live streams take place on grumm.tv. That's my Discord. You go there, that's community Discord. You can join in there, become a member of the community. Just make sure you read the rules, confirm you read the rules, stuff like that. Stuff very simple, easy to do. And that's all I got. Follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram. I am Grumm. Follow the podcast at Dork Side Ring on Instagram and on Twitter. Leave your 5-star reviews. We'll be reading them later this month. Yeah, that's all I got. It's late on a Sunday. I had to redo the outro. Yeah, so I'm a little tired. I had a lot of birthday ice cream and it's birthday dinner because it was my birthday. We're celebrating my birthday with my family, and my grandmother's her birthday today. Happy birthday, Nani. I love you. And yeah, so next week, Valentine's Day episode. Myself and a special guest talking about the Index wedding. That's a wedding between Indy Hartwell and Dexter Loomis from NXT this past September 2021. Very early, very recent. Not something we do here on the Dork Side often, but it'll be a lot of fun. So, until then, I will see you guys here on the Dork Side of the Ring next week. I am Grumm, reminding you that wrestling is at its best when no one, and I mean no one, is taking it too seriously. I will see you guys next week here on the Dork Side of the Ring podcast.